Hi, this is Eternal King here, bringing you another LOR video today. So, my ladder prep is pretty much complete. I'm feeling exceptionally confident about a lot of my lists. So I thought I'd just take the time to go through the final polishing efforts I've made, and the kind of insane, that have resulted from the insane win rates I've been having against most of the LOR community. So like, developers, masters level players, casual players, like just pretty much everybody at this point I've faced off against. I played off against the top decks like Eddie, old school Azir Aurelia, aggro mirrors, like I've hard counters, like I've faced off against pretty much everything with my lists, and I'm feeling very, very confident into a meteoric rise as soon as ladder opens in June. But I'll talk a little bit about some of the adjustments and lessons I've learned. So my custom, and I'm going to change this. I don't think this is low tier anymore. I think this is probably mid tier Eternal. I've made some adjustments here to my custom rise list. The only thing I did is I ratioed down a little bit on Ritual of Renewal, and I ratioed down a little bit on Rejuvenating Breeze, and that gives me the Tasty Fae Folk. So I used to be on 6 chumpers, now I'm on 8 chumpers. The only reason why I'm doing that is because if opponents board spam into me, like they're like 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, which is the right thing to do into Rise, don't get me wrong. Board spamming into Rise is what you do. I'm not discouraging opponents from playing that way. That is the correct play pattern. But the one counter is that, or the one nice thing you can do is that if opponents 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, with attack token on odds, and so you don't just get blown out, is you just slam Tasty Fae Folk on 3, and that can make their attacks super awkward. That's all that's for. Like, you just run Tasty Fae Folk, just so you can slam something on turn 3 to make their board spam attack a little more awkward in terms of the value they're getting. And if you do that, you're pretty much solid. Everything else about the deck was already designed to punish open attacks. So if the opponent open attacks, you have infinite healing, you've got your 2 ritual renewals and your 2 rejuvenating breezes. Lots of draw already in this list between the cycling power of deep meditation, the landmark, rejuvenating breeze, ritual renewal. Like, that's all the draw you need when you combine in Rise's champ card and the landmark. So Rise's realm warp, the landmark, the cycling power of entreat, like everything, you're gonna have so many cards in hand. I was actually overdrawing before. So 2 Tasty Fae Folk, really nice, just rounds out the list perfectly. 8 chumpers, the rest is all stall and healing and spells. All the deck needs to be amazing. It's exceptionally powerful in terms of a Rise upgrade. I would call it mid-tier at this point. Other changes, aggro, small ratioing tweak on the Annie deck. Not much had to be changed here. Annie Jhin is feeling exceptionally powerful this season. The only thing I did is I dropped 1 dragon for 1 pirouette. So I felt that the games where I had pirouette, I was winning more, and it just also prevents you from overdrawing a heavy hand in the aggro list. So just 1 more pirouette, 1 less dragon, and that's going to feel pretty much perfect in terms of how this deck rounds out. Insanely powerful. Like you'll go on like 6-game, 8-game win streaks into this. People will try to counter you with spiders, and then you'll still win because you level the Jhin and stun spam them to death. Like the big difference is like a good Annie Jhin player will just like auto level Annie every game, auto level Jhin every game. And the games they don't do that, they burn you out, and it's just like there's so many things to like play around and deal with in the aggro matchup with Annie Jhin. Very good, very good. And then if you find that opponents, start making those hard adjustments, right? You have things like Ziggs Poppy, right? This is the Bandle Tree list, but you have things like Ziggs Poppy, which is a little more mid-range, which is nice. So if opponents like just don't run, if they start running all pings and like no 3 damage removal, you can just play this, and like that'll do fine. This is like old school Ziggs Poppy. This is the list that got me to top 100 last season, and while I do prefer Annie Jhin as a high synergy deck, this list has things going for it, like stone stackers basically. Being a 2-3 and hard to remove, and the Ziggs being hard to remove, and then slamming the Poppy and making all your small stuff bigger It's really the only difference with this aggro list. Anti-Jin is high synergy, but it's more ping vulnerable because everything has 1 life. And then this list is similar, but then it's less ping vulnerable, and not as explosive in terms of what it does from a synergy perspective, but then more mid-rangey. So again, switching between Anti-Jin and this will be very strong. And yeah, you know, if we want to run like a meme game, we can run some memes, right? We want to run some, like, I built this recently. We can run one meme. I think for the rest of the existence of Casual Ladder, I'm just gonna be running like memes, because I do find that people are getting a little discouraged. They're getting a little frustrated. So we'll just play dumb stuff until Ladder opens up, because I don't want like people to stop playing LOR. So yeah, you know, meme into meme. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, my ladder prep's pretty much complete. I feel confident being able to beat pretty much anyone with anything. Anything competitive, right? So like anything in my competitive lineup, it's gonna feel insane. So we might as well just play dumb stuff. I fully expect to lose this game. This is not competitive, but this is, you know, mid-range Nico and Shurima. But we'll give it a shot. Doggo's good. Doggo will help. Hopefully he didn't just get a 3-2 off of the chime, which might have happened. Okay. That's okay. So that's 1 for Nico.
A beautiful day for
Fair.
sailing.
That's a good thing to get a chime on.
Another day, another explosion. To the sea, to battle.
We can't take a block here, because again, like, this is shuffling buffs, that's leveling Nico, it's all things we need. And I also want to slam Cat on 4. Cat.
Success gets noticed around here.
Sure.
You move wrong.
Make it worth my while.
Still worth doing, because we get the buffs. We have a 6-6 coming down next turn, which is nice.
One for you and one for you.
Oh, I've never met anyone like you.
I don't really know why people play like this. Like, just like generic junk in a shell. Like, I don't think it's very good. But again, you know, I fully expected to lose here. We're trying to be as non-competitive as humanly possible. That attack's not even right.
Do you hear her voice?
Like, if this is a chime deck, they should be either going for like an Eloy or a Bard, but it seems like most people just play like generic Garbo, and I don't think it's worth. Not personally, anyway. Like, obviously we're gonna lose because we're trying to lose, but because we've already essentially, you know, prepped for ladder. Like, we can spend an entire day winning at this point, and it doesn't really change anything. So we might as well just give people a good time. Yep. Like, again, don't play this like the way that he's playing. Because, again, like, you were going to have to, like, level an Eloy or a Bard or do something at some point. Not just play, like, generic wide board Garbo. Like, it's like the worst thing you can do. But he's probably a standard player, so I'm not gonna like give him a hard time about it. Oh, there's the Eloy.
Better. Truth is no betting.
Truth is no betting. So that's losing Overwhelm, which is nice. I'm just thinking about what I want to minus on. I don't know. This stuff, I guess.
Test yourself. Now you're sure.
Okay. Like, he'll win off just, like, token value, but, like, the fact that he's struggling just goes to show that he should be piloting this deck properly for, like, Eloy synergy and stuff. If he doesn't win off token value, that's going to be pretty sad for him. Doggo we played. Junk Construct. And then we'll play this. Probably right. Sure. Play this.
Our ancestors are watching.
Sure. Probably kill us just off jumper value, but like there's nothing we can do about it. That was a misplay, so like he's just throwing, which is like fine. Go for it, I guess. And then we'll slam another one of these. I don't know. Just keep reducing the damage of these. Sure. So he tried to high roll with the Make It Rain. Again, don't run Make It Rain in this deck. Like, everything he's running just makes no sense, and he literally threw. Like, there's not much else to talk about here. This was a free win for him? Why are you doing this? What? What are you doing? Even when I try to lose, I can't lose because the community's so bad at the game. Probably this.
Croakers and crawlers, I study them all, nurse. I deal in coins and cargo.
Then this. Okay. So this. And then that. And he has no blocks here, so this and this. Just thinking, attacking with the 2-1, yeah, whatever. Just take these attacks, and if he wants to take, he's got no good blocks here. So this is all free. Come on, dude, I got 2 life left. Top deck and elusive? I believe in you.
Aren't you a weird one? Don't stand in my way.
What are you doing? Why? What's going on? I am visibly getting more frustrated with this player. I am so confused by everything. Cycle. Okay.
Aren't you a weird one?
Cunning kitty. Good.
Nico is here. Or is she? You messed with the wrong Nico.
Again, if we win this game, it'll be just because the opponent threw. Yeah.
Yay! Everyone is invited to picnic.
I think that game really just showcased everything that I need to say. Like, opponent played a trash pile that did not level a champion. They threw the game when they very easily should have won the game. And they didn't play for any specific synergies, and I was trying to throw by playing the worst deck imaginable. That's really it. Anyway, ladder prep is done. Rise is good. Annie Jin is good. Obviously my Azir Aurelia list is insane. If I want to be competitive, then I've got a very good list of, or a very good number of decks to draw from. But I plan on just playing bad decks from here on out, and this is an example of one of those bad decks, which is Tutor Nico, using the new card Sunborn Summoning to guarantee a tutor for Nico even if she dies, and then running every single just normal creature with different keywords and different different racial tags to win the game. This is Eternal King signing out.